I'm Hannah Spagnola, Independent Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. If this video is helpful to you, please reach out to the ambassador that shared it with you. I wanted to talk with you guys today about the importance of being a great detective. I had the privilege of going to Super Saturday recently, and afterwards I got to sit around a table with a number of friends who were also in the business, and we were sharing from the heart with each other. And one gal who's a sideline to me, she's not part of my downline, she's not my upline, but she's in the same company as I am, was talking about how she needed to get a new job. And her upline and I both went, "You have a great opportunity to build a business. Why would you look for a job?" And she shared that some of the difficulties she's facing is being a more reserved, less outgoing person who's kind of quiet and possibly even introverted. And so, she asked a question, and it was a really good question. How do you start a conversation or switch it over to talking about Plexus? And at first I thought, that is a good question. How do you do that? And then suddenly I realized, I know. And so I just said, you have to be a good detective. And that's something I've learned through the, training that I've been blessed to receive. And I just said, just be a really good detective. I said, people are going to talk about the things that they are struggling with. They're going to bring up financial struggles. They're going to bring up health. They're going to talk about being exhausted. People are going to share. That's the things that we love to talk about, is money and health. We talk about that all the time. So I said, just be a really good detective. And I left it at that, and I've been pondering that for a while. And then I watched one of my teammates post from the heart today about the struggles she was facing and how she really just kind of wanted to throw in the towel and go back to bed this morning after being up all night last night with a sick child, but that she was going to conquer today and accomplish the things on her to-do list just like she'd planned to do prior to having a sick child. And I just loved the honesty and the vulnerability that she shared as she was sharing her life with her friends on social media. And it inspired me. And I was sitting there and I was thinking, okay, what can I talk about today in an honest, vulnerable way? And for some reason I started talking about my Edge product and how I accidentally left that at home when I was leaving for Super Saturday, and how I'd really missed it, and how I was excited about the laser focus that I was going to be experiencing and the extra energy benefit I was going to have today. And somebody commented on it, and it's a gal that I shared Plexus with 2 years ago, and she said, "Thank you, but I'm not interested." And I said, "That's okay, I understand." And I left the door open, and we've continued to be friends aside from Plexus, and I've developed a relationship with her, and she knows that I care about her as a person rather than I care about her as a potential client. And so we've established this basis of trust. And I think honestly she's been a silent Plexus stalker, as we like to call them, and she likes almost all of my social media posts that are non-Plexus related. Anyhow, long story short, she goes, "I'm tired, what's in this product?" And I mentioned, she goes, "Oh, does it have caffeine?" And I said, "Yeah, it does have some caffeine. It's less than a cup of coffee." She liked my comment, dead silence. So I took it a couple steps further, and I sent her a private message and said, "Hey, would you like some more information about the ingredients?" And she said, "Oh, thanks, I'm a decaf girl. I have to avoid caffeine. It just doesn't agree with my gut." And a light bulb went on for me, and I went, oh, gut? Oh, coffee? Oh, and suddenly I'm sharing all these gory details of my life with her in a clean, respectful manner, not like a TMI manner, but just like, "Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Just ask my friend who she knows, about trips where I'd forget and drink coffee, and then I'd be anxious and keeping track of how far we were from the next bathroom because I was like, I don't know how this is going to go." And so I was able to identify with her. I made myself vulnerable to her, and then I shared from the heart how this product that is geared for gut health has completely changed my life and helped me out so much. And now I'm like, "Coffee? Yes, please." And so, and now we're dialoguing. She's engaged with me. This person that was formerly in the last less than 6 months said, "No, thank you, I'm not interested." and 2 years before that was not interested, is now actively dialoguing with me and asking for ingredients and prices and what does this do and what is the benefit of that, and talking with me actively and being interested in what I have to offer her. And I just wanted to encourage all of you guys to know that there are people that are watching you every single day, and these products that we have in the palm of our hands can be such a huge difference in their life. And I want you to be bold in knowing that it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to admit that you used to have to run for the bathroom, because this may be a huge difference to somebody else. Think about what a huge change this has been in your life and what a great blessing it's been, and then be willing to share that with others. We have people that are just suffering around us day in and day out, and we can be a hope dealer to them. We can offer positive change to their lives. You just never know who's watching. You never know when somebody's going to be ready. So live your life authentically. Be willing to be vulnerable. Be honest. And be a great detective. Because I could have gone down the energy road with her and offered other things. But that one little, coffee doesn't agree with my gut. And I went, that's a way bigger problem than energy. Let's talk about that. And off we went, and she was game for it. And I loved that. So anyhow, that's just a little bit of something that I wanted to share with you guys. And I have my notes, but I think that I've talked about everything. So be real, be you. Go Plexus!